Payment dispute between the city of Johannesburg and fleet company Afrirent has left crucial services in a tough spot. Afrirent, which leases vehicles to the municipality, has now suspended its services over non-payment. So it's resulted in over 4,000 vehicles that are mostly used by the Johannesburg Metro Police Department being grounded. And Newzroom Afrika's Veronica Makhoali joins us now live. Veronica, we're at peak enforcement season. It's the festive season. The JMPD's full fleet would ostensibly be required for a lot of those enforcement activities. What's the impact been?
Well, I can tell you, Iman, from enforcing bylaws to managing holiday traffic and, of course, ensuring public safety, the Johannesburg Metro Police Department is likely to face an uphill battle this December following concerns that its fleet may, of course, be grounded. The city of Johannesburg leases about 4,200 vehicles from Afrirent, and about 1,176 of these vehicles are used specifically for public safety division. This includes JMPD, while the others, of course, are filtered into other departments in the municipality, including Joburg Water as well as Pick It Up. And what we know so far is that after numerous attempts, the city of Johannesburg has been unable to settle its debt of about 90 million rand, leaving the company with no choice, but of course to suspend its services. Now, this information, of course, first came to light on News 24, where they reported that staggering amount that is owned by the city of Johannesburg. But this, of course, is leaving residents concerned about what does this mean, especially during the festive season, where we know operations are taking place, and the JMPD acts, of course, as that resource, that crucial resource specifically for residents. I am joined by Councillor David Foley just to speak about the implications of what is happening. Councillor, I think let's talk about it specifically from what the dispute is, what it means as well for residents.
Absolutely. Thank you, Veronica, and welcome to the viewers. I think the biggest challenge is this is Christmas time. This is the busiest the shops can be. The roads are busy, and the JMPD has got three key roles, which is traffic management, traffic control, bylaw management, and of course crime prevention. This time of year, you will know there'll be a lot of people that are just watching to snatch cell phones, possibly smash and grab, things like that, because people might have extra cash on them, or they might be purchasing gifts which are easy to steal if you're coming out with your trolley out of a shopping center or something like that. So the JMPD are absolutely critical this time of year in the city of Joburg.
Of course, it's worth mentioning that we are actually reporting from a very crucial intersection here in Fourways, where we know historically the traffic lights here don't work. This is where we'd see them. That importance of having JMPD visibility during December.
Absolutely. If you look behind us here, you will actually see the intersection of Winnie Mandela and Leslie is not functioning. That needs traffic pointsmen at this time of the day, or the whole day in fact, because the traffic people are taking leave, they want to get to point A to point B. They don't want to be hassled by delays, you know, because they're on holiday now, and people's levels of frustration, they want to relax. And if they hampered by small things like a traffic light, and as you can see, you've got they've got a name now called hobo cops that actually sometimes interfere with the traffic lights and switch them off to direct traffic to make money. But the JMPD should be here, especially during peak times, to assist and direct traffic so people are not frustrated.
Yeah. And in terms of numbers, we know that a large majority of these fleets are given to the members of the JMPD. But from an estimation and, of course, from the research and the questions that you have asked, we know that you have also written to the council itself about this situation. How big are those numbers and the impact that we're likely to see?
Well, the JMPD fleet is rather large. You mentioned a couple of numbers earlier, but if you just look at each region, there must be at least 15 to 20 vehicles at each region, and all the regions, I think it's about 8 or 9 regions, the city of Joburg, there's over 100 vehicles, but that's besides the bylaw management unit. So if a vehicle breaks down, they've got to tow it away, there could be illegal signage they have to remove. The bylaw management unit, their whole fleet is probably grounded as well. All of these bylaws that are supposed to be managed on a daily basis are just left now because the word will get round, and people speeding, people drinking and driving, all of these aspects where the SAPS, they need the JMPD involvement as well at roadblocks, it's not going to be there. So all these big operations will be on hold. And of course, the JMPD are key to that. How can they be deployed? What job can they do? So people's lives are at risk, and this is very, very serious. And I think the city needs to take this up very quickly to settle the debt so Afrirent can get the vehicles back on the ground.
Well, thank you so much. That was Councillor David Foley. They're speaking about the crucial need to have JMPD members on the ground. According to the DA, they say that it's likely about 80% of the JMPD's fleet may be affected. But again, Iman, that it's not just those vehicles that have been leased. It's also from the city of Johannesburg, from Joburg Water, as well as buses that transport some of the employees from Pick It Up. And can you imagine just what that means for the festive season if these services were to be disrupted? Back to you.
Yeah, another mess here in the city of Johannesburg. We'll wait to see how that gets resolved. One of the concerns there, as Veronica has heard from her guest, is that it just promotes or creates this climate where people will just break the law with impunity, knowing that there would be lesser enforcement than there likely would be. But we'll try and get the latest on JMPD's operational plan to try and mitigate this development.